Who the heck is Pep Talks?
I'm not gay, but I fantasize about Marco Rubio. Pep Talks. Pep Talks. Pep Talks. Let's eradicate the Kung Flu. I'm literally coming. Pep Talks. Pep Talks.
Who the heck is Pep Talk?
They want our women. They want our children.
Pep Talks.
Sometimes no means yes. Grab them by the
Pep Talk.
Grab them by the Marco Rubio. Obama is a racist.
Pep Talks.
I'm literally coming. I'm
Pep
literally coming.
Pep Talks.
We found weapons of mass
Pep Talks.
destruction. My fellow Americans, it has been confirmed today from Pep Talks that we are indeed all high on politics.
All right. We got take two of High on Politics on a Wednesday. All right. So, yes, this is going to be the back half of the program. What up, guys? What up? Welcome back. Appreciate you being here. Okay, cool. All right, everything is, it seems we're in the green. It seems that we're in the green. Let me know if there's any problems with the chat. Here, let me do this. I'm going to test something real quick. Multi-stream. Let's go. Welcome to stream part 2. There we go. Okay, we got everything working. Let's do some little emotes. There we go. Is this going to work? Yeah, all right. We're back in business, folks. Welcome. All right. So, yeah, you know what, Bloodstone? We're at cheers for that one, but we are also going to celebrate the 420 when that comes back. Yo, hey, everybody. Welcome back. I'm glad to see everybody popping on back here, even though it seems that the vertical stream is going to take a second to get back into the green. Kyle, can you do me a favor? Hit that like button while you are there. Double tap your screen. If you guys are over in the horizontal stream, please do me a solid. Head on over to the vertical stream, hit the like button, and let's get that going. Also, if you guys can do the little bit extra, share the stream, that kind of fun stuff, really, really helps me out. But without further ado, let's get back to it. Yep, you did. Cool. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Alrighty. I kind of feel bad because that one guy was just like, yeah, man, I can't get the stream to work. You should restart. Yeah, I know how this goes. Honestly, any other night, I probably would have just called it at that point because, yeah, I usually have some stuff going on, but I got a taste of what modding is like today. Did you? Well, I hope that you had a good time. Also, yeah, Natch, just do not forget, this space. You are also a newer mod, man. Which, congrats. It's awesome. And thank you for helping. I really appreciate all the help over there. It's always pretty sick when you guys are able to make your way over there. All right. We got the music. Let's go music. Oh, the chill vibe is back, folks. We're back. Alrighty. Stream only had a problem when I came on fresh. So are you having a problem now? Like, if you're still having problems over there, man, then I don't know what's going on, but it's not on my end. So, yep, they haven't gone vertical yet, so it's chill for now. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, for some reason the vertical stream really does get like kind of wonky. Like, as far as just when it gets out there and you get a lot of traction, it's yeah, it's cool. Speaking of, let's see. What did we get to? Oh, geez. Over 7K? Well, that's nice. Cool. Yeah, this one's definitely not going to hit that. It's good for you on mobile. Cool. Well, let's hope for some good old conversation. Otherwise, who cares? I addressed this already, but I'm going to go through it again. The numbers, I don't give a shit. I really don't. Like, I did that. Like, I started to. Because I think that my regulars know what happened. So I started with vertical streaming, about not even 2 weeks ago. And I started getting some real traction. All of a sudden, just last Thursday, actually, I know exactly what day it was. I got like so much fucking traction. It was crazy. So yeah, man. I'm I'm happy with it, and it was really, really cool to see my stream like get out there and people chilling, talking. But it did kind of affect me where I was just like, oh man, now I got to keep it up. Like, you know, it's maybe why I was convinced that I needed to do the Saturday stream in the first place. Gayest thing on YouTube. There we go. There we go. We're back. All right, we're back. Woohoo! All right. Well, once I see the trolls coming on back, that's how I know that the stream is making its way out there again. Gayest thing on YouTube. Well, I'm not sure if you've really perused YouTube that much, if you think that I'm the gayest thing on YouTube, but no, you're on full screen stream, no issues. All right. Well, yeah, my full screen should not have any issues today, although I don't know why the hell it just quit. Like, that's been happening occasionally, too. Like, that's not the first time that's happened. Where, like, and it's random, where it just cuts out. Just bye. Yeah, hopefully we don't have to deal with that much, but... Alrighty, let's get back to some of this ice stuff. That guy definitely typed that one with one hand in his pants. Not Chad. Well, that was a solid comment. Appreciate that. I always appreciate when somebody comes in here and they're just like, you know what? We're going to troll the trolls. That is always appreciated. And also funny. For some reason, I always like... I like seeing that. But yeah, guys. Let me get my water. We shall start the new segment. Let's go. What are we going to talk about? Oh, first I need to do this. I need to check. Do we have any live protest coverage for the evening? Ooh, shit. It actually looks like we do. What time is this starting? Wait, this already started? What? Oh. No, it didn't. Never mind. Okay, so... that's for tomorrow. Alright, there might not be. Trolling trolls is entertaining. I mean, I get entertained by it. I hope you guys, I know that every once in a while, I got some stinkers there, Not everything can be, gold, but I hold my own. I'm alright. But like I said, guys, if you enjoy my stream, especially on the vertical, just do me the solid, double tap that screen, hit that like button. And yeah, I mostly want you guys to have like me in your algorithm because yeah, I do kind of enjoy engaging like this. It's fun. Especially for the ones that like are curious. Like the stream, folks. Yes, like the stream, folks. That'd be very, very nice of you. Man, like, I would just genuinely be very happy if you did that. See? That's my happy face. Alrighty. Where are we going with this? Oh, here we go. Democracy Now! This is what I wanted to do. Because I cannot play this over on this space for some reason. But for here, perfectly fine. So let's get the details of... Ice is okay with Renee Good's killing. And this is with Ken Klippenstein. Klippenstein. I usually get that wrong. But let's do this. There we go. Full screen.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org. I'm Amy Goodman.
Amy!
We look now, more at how ICE is recruiting thousands of new deportation officers. A report by the Washington Post shows ICE plans to spend $100 million for a, quote, wartime recruitment strategy that targets gun rights supporters, military...
The fact that you're even saying good riddance tells us that, like, where your humanity is, which means you're either bot or somebody that a lot of MAGA would not want to ever interact with.
Enthusiasts through...
I genuinely think, and I've been saying genuinely a lot, but I do. I think that people in MAGA that stand up for people that are very excited about this woman dying and like saying the fuck around, find out, and they can't in their, like, they can't even say, yeah, you know what, I think she was wrong, but I don't think that she should have gotten shot. Those people, like, I hope you understand that nobody thinks you're cool. The edgelord shit, it doesn't work. Nobody thinks that, like, you're not affecting me. I don't give a shit. Like, you might rile up somebody that's a lot dumber. But
Online influencers, along with people who've attended UFC fights, listened to far-right podcasts, or shown interest in guns and tactical gear. It uses the ad industry technique known as geofencing to send ads to people near military bases.
nothing that. Oh, that's weird. That's weird that the chief of police is even like, no, what he did was unlawful because he had piss poor training. The saddest part is he's one of the ones that was on the force through the Biden years. So like, he should have known better.
College campuses or gun shows. Some of ICE's recruitment ads appear to refer to white nationalist slogans or openly quote them after ICE agent Jonathan Ross killed Renee Good in Minneapolis. An ad on ICE's Instagram account claimed, quote, "We'll have our home again," and featured a song popular among white nationalists with lyrics about reclaiming our home by blood or sweat. Our next guest is investigative reporter Ken Klippenstein. He has a new report headlined "Immigration Agents Terrified of ICE Backlash After Shooting" that includes leaked documents
I'm wearing my hat cocked, and all of a sudden that's a problem.
showing ICE and Border Patrol are seeking volunteers for the surge in operations in Minneapolis.
All right, buddy.
With one agent saying, quote, "Keyword is it's on a voluntary basis. If no
God, that guy is so desperate to not be such a short piece of shit.
experienced senior agents step
Like,
up, they send the
dude.
new guys straight out of the academy. Not a good
Nobody
idea."
has like dwarf syndrome, more like,
Welcome back, Ken. Lay
sorry,
out what you
yeah,
found.
no, dwarf syndrome. I'll just call it that. And Greg
Hi,
Bavino.
thanks for having me. Well, one of the most surprising parts of reporting on this was seeing the disjunct between the Department of Homeland Security's public-facing description of the shooting, this bravado they had, Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem immediately labeling her a terrorist and pretty much dragging her corpse through the streets as she, sullied her name in the public consciousness, again, within just a couple of hours of the shooting. And then you talk to people that work for Homeland
Field of blood, purity, wherever we heard this
Security
before.
privately, and a very different picture of
But the true gaslighting is them just being like, stop calling us Nazis.
charges. They're very conscious of the protests.
Where
that
have I
are
heard
taking
that one
place
before?
In Minneapolis,
Like,
they're very
yeah.
concerned about
It's
it.
like, yeah, where have you heard that one before?
And,
oh, yeah, here's your history
there's
book.
splits within the agency about the shooting itself and the general mission. The reason they are going to these volunteers is because they're worried about sending more experienced agents there who might not agree with
Wait,
the
he's
mission.
based out of Madison?
None of
I
that
didn't
is
know
stuff
that.
you hear when you look at the public-facing officials in the Trump administration describing these incidents and the department.
Talk about the budget, the massive increase in the budget that, by the way, could lead to another government shutdown by the end of the month, right? Because you have people like Chris Murphy, the Democratic senator who heads the subcommittee on Homeland Security, saying they're not going to endorse this budget. On Tuesday, the Congressional Progressive Caucus vowed to oppose new funding for the Department of Homeland Security unless it includes new reforms. This is Congressmember Ilhan Omar of Minneapolis.
We cannot and we should not continue to fund agencies that operate with impunity, that escalate violence, and that undermine the very freedoms this country claims to uphold.
And meanwhile, Tuesday evening, Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of
Did you guys see her getting harassed in the halls of Congress by that one reporter? She just, I got to give Ilhan Omar some credit here. She really made this reporter look very stupid.
and others joined hundreds of protesters outside D.C. headquarters of Customs and
Overtly,
Border Protection, said he
Are you racist?
supports the appropriations bill
And why do you
to
care?
push for changes at ICE.
The United States Congress should not fund a Department of Homeland Security that is not obeying
All right, we're
the
almost to the
laws of the
4-2-0.
United States of America.
Ken Klippenstein, are we seeing some changes in Democrats' positions here?
Absolutely. Among Democratic voters, among Congress, there is some opposition, but among congressional leadership, they've made it very clear that they're not willing to shut down the government over this. They
Wonder
asked
how
Senator
kids are
Ford
talking,
over this, for
or parents are
instance,
talking to their kids about
yesterday
this.
on
I've seen a bunch of
MS
videos saying that they're showing their kids the video and asking them what they think.
And he said no. The last
probably the
shutdown
best
didn't
way to
work.
do it.
Chuck Schumer had to be dragged kicking.
Otherwise,
and
your kid's just
screaming
becoming a fucking
to even
parrot.
do the shutdown earlier this year to play hardball with the Republicans after he
Trust me, that's never a good thing.
folded instantly at the beginning of the Trump.
And you're failing as a parent. Like, if your kid is a carbon copy of you, you failed as a parent, because technically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to give them the tools to think for themselves and become their own person. So, like I said, if they are not becoming their own person, if you actively shut down any free thought in them, then yeah, you failed as a parent.
Second Trump administration. So there are definitely splits within the caucus, but among
setting
leadership,
them up
there's
for failure
opposition to
because
the
they don't
idea.
have critical
That
thinking
being said,
skills.
among the public, there's been a sea change in opinion with respect to ICE and the deportations, where there was more openness to it when Trump first came into office.
And this goes for both the left and the right, by the way. I have said this before Trump was even president, that if you have the exact same politics as your parents, that means that you might want to fucking look in the mirror and go, well, why do I always look to my parents to think for me?
The picture is completely flipped, and it's a deeply unpopular proposition, and that's what the opposition among the Homeland Security.
Again, how did Democrats simultaneously bring in all these millions of illegals and also simultaneously make Obama the deporter-in-chief? Answer me that one. Riddle me that, Batman.
Officials that I interviewed for my story are reflective of. They're part of the public too, to some extent, and they also are seeing all the same videos that we're watching, seeing the same protests, seeing the same public sentiment, and they have a lot of the same feelings about it, particularly the older, more experienced agents who are not the beneficiaries of this tidal wave of funding.
Robbie.
I mean, they have more money than they know what to do with. They have tripled ICE's law enforcement budget, and the reason they're doing all of the, you described in the previous segment, the lengths to which they're going to try to staff up. The reason for that is, again, they have more money than they know what to do with, and they need to fill.
Who on the left was glorifying the assassination of Charlie Kirk? Please name one person.
Those roles, and they're doing everything they can
so I can quickly denounce them.
Create them so that the actual
instead of you being a fucking complete asshat and just constantly putting what you heard from one other lefty onto everybody else. Do you understand how much of a cunt you are to do that just as a person? Like, think for, as I said, I'm going to make this one about thinking for yourself. Think for yourself.
Head count can match the
fucking Christ, it's pathetic.
Resources that they now have.
Going out there fucking making fun of left-wingers for this shit when legitimately you cannot think past your fucking your little buzzwords, dude.
Ken, you've also read ICE's deadly force documents that you say, quote, are bureaucratically dense and elastic to the extreme, offering every possible excuse for ICE's killing of Renee Good. But they're also stark in their failure to address any aspect of the dramatically new environment created by ICE's expanded mission. What do they reveal, these documents?
Not yet, actually. I got 2 minutes.
This is maybe the most alarming part of this
you know what? No, I don't.
For me, was seeing that they have not changed the use of force policies for ICE whatsoever since Trump came into office, despite the fact that, again, they have tripled the budget for the enforcement part of it. And in addition to that, just militarized the entire thing. They're wearing masks. They're being deployed in states where the majority of the state population doesn't support them. They're being used in a far more aggressive, sweeping, and ambitious manner than ever before. So you would think that there would be some kind of reflection of that in policy, at the very least, not just to protect the public, but to protect them as well. There's nothing in its use of force documents, which you can go on my newsletter and read in full, that addresses protesters, civil unrest, even rioters, which Trump is always talking about. You can search for those words. None of those words appear in the document. And what's more, we only know what the document says because it was accidentally uploaded by the Trump administration over the course of a federal court litigation. The entire thing was blacked out, redacted until December of last year. And that's a failure on Congress's part for not compelling ICE to release these things and make them public, especially with an administration that made very clear that this is going to be its
burning trees
policy, these mass deportations.
Last question.
Good smoke. Yeah, it was.
You've done a lot of reporting on Trump's new presidential directive, NSPM 7, National Security Presidential Memorandum 7, a sweeping order that directs federal agencies to treat political
it's lemonade ash with an H.
As a form of domestic terrorism, a term that Kristi Noem is throwing around right and left, accusing also the deceased, accusing Renee Good of domestic terrorism. Can you put these latest developments in perspective?
Yeah, so there's a straight through line from the shooting of Renee Good to NSPM 7, this presidential memorandum, that, as you said, redefined terrorism around a number of what are called indicators, because you have to.
I think the masks are because they're embarrassed to be in ICE. I think the masks are because they don't have qualified immunity. You understand that if they had absolute immunity, it doesn't matter if you dox them or not.
Right. Terrorism is about pre-crime.
Either that or, well, no, hold on. Because if they have absolute immunity, they wouldn't need masks. That's just a fact. But if they're truly like scared of being doxxed, then they kind of know what they're doing is unpopular, just objectively.
Predict a crime before it has happened.
Hey, Kenzie, how's it going? Good to see you.
And so how do you predict a crime? Well, you got to look at speech. And what are the speech indicators you're looking for? If you go and read the actual presidential directive, it literally says things like anti-Christian sentiment, anti-American sentiment, anti-traditional family sentiment, anti-capitalist sentiment. And it describes
Which, yeah, guys, that's real healthy. That's really healthy. Classify anybody who is anti-capitalist as a fucking domestic terrorist. That makes a lot of sense.
One of the things it describes is
who's the only ones that benefit from that?
Anti-ICE.
It's almost like they see some parallels to, like, you know, a little thing that happened in France.
Protesters
and they're just like, well, maybe if we just fool half the populace, and then the next one we just kind of, oh, hold on, can we maybe lock them all up?
What we saw, moreover, the Justice Department released a sort of follow.
Did we miss the next 420? Darn, yeah. Yes, you did.
And one of the things that it was concerned with was, quote, impeding or interfering with ICE operations, which is exactly what Homeland Secretary Kristi Noem and the Trump administration accused Renee Good of.
It's funny, they're worried about getting doxxed simultaneously putting a database together of a bunch of protesters. They're not even doing that with the illegals.
By having her car parked in the middle of the road. So there is a straight line from NSPM 7 to the tragedy that we saw unfold last week.
And finally, you say ICE is okay with Renee Good's killing. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because its policy all but allows its ICE agents to.
Yes. Do you know who else is online and does law enforcement every day? Your local police department.
Carry these.
I will actually say something that I would never thought I'd say, but your local police department at least has the balls to have their badge numbers out there, to maintain order in a way where we can always demand that we know who's arresting us.
Things out, and the only thing.
Or detaining us.
Restraining them.
But no, you guys have gotten very okay with a blanket federal force coming in, having no oversight.
Is their own perceived.
Again, guys, once the boot's on your neck, don't be looking to us to be like, hey, aren't you going to say something about this?
Sense of being in danger. That is not.
It's not how this works anymore.
If you want them to carry out their responsibilities in a circumspect way, because not only.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk would be too. Weird how that works. He would still be alive if he stayed at home with his kid. You see how your fucking logic falls apart?
Can they say whatever they
fucking moron
feel they perceived? Because we obviously can't. We don't have a window into their mind.
Seriously.
But in addition to that, all the propaganda you've been describing earlier about them being deployed to war zones, and literally that's how they're recruiting ICE agents at that point. That creates a psychological environment in which they genuinely believe that. And that has been another aspect of reporting on this that surprised me. They don't see it as rhetoric.
Why aren't you out there doing what that one fucking YouTuber did? Expose all the paid protesters. Why don't you have any actual evidence? I'm not even talking AI video evidence. I'm talking about receipts.
They think that that's actually describing the conditions on the ground. A war zone, as your previous guest described.
Yeah, he was. He was protesting at a college campus. He just happened to have a platform. Are you fucking kidding me? No, he should have stayed home.
The war and terror come home.
He shouldn't have gone out.
That
what are you talking about?
Believed
he shouldn't have put himself in a position
by the
like that.
Cohort that's joining.
I mean, especially like with a whole little, in that circle the way he did.
ICE now, and they need to be.
Oh, did somebody get a little bit upset that I made a logical assessment of how this kind of correlates to Charlie Kirk?
Restrained by firmer policies than
actually more like
that their own perception was that they were in danger.
Try harder.
Ken Klippenstein, I want to thank you so much for being with us. Investigative reporter.
Oh, what? You guys don't like it when somebody has a little bit of crass humor, the way that I've been reading in chat? Literally, one of the first comments today was how somebody's selling blood-stained Renee Good shirts.
We'll link
so spare me
to your recent article.
Again, guys, if you don't want to have the left out there making some meanie bobini comments, then maybe, just maybe, police your own a little bit.
At democracynow.org. Thanks
God,
for watching
fucking
Democracy
again that
Now!
little,
on
that chud ass Bavino. He is such a fucking pussy. Like, dude. And he just looks like it too. And the fact that he went out of his way to kind of like, yeah, you know what? Like he went to the barber and his barber was just like, what do you want? Like, what kind of haircut you want? And he's just like, give me the Goebbels. Say no more. Death by your view is what Trump are saying. Your wife ain't gonna. Oh wow, that's fucked up. Hey guys. Since you didn't see it, Drock1400. Your wife ain't gonna make it. Okay, again, guys. Sarah Williams. I know that you're MAGA. Sarah Williams, do you stand by what this guy just said about my wife having cancer? If you do, that's interesting. Let's go. No, I love this. I love seeing the worst of the worst where it's just like, you guys gotta own this shit. Have fun. Why's the left always make fun of their opponents when they died? Oh, well, I don't know. It's weird because I never made fun of Charlie Kirk after he died, except for just playing his own videos. Like, I did bring up the fact that it was just like, yeah, he did kind of say that if somebody gets shot, that's collateral damage. It's just like, yeah, it's just the collateral damage of having the Second Amendment. Whoops. Let's test this. If someone steals stuff out of my car, is that bad? Yes. Stealing is bad. No, I don't. What was your question? Come on, why does Antifa have to get to cover their face, but ICE doesn't? Antifa is not something that you can track. You do understand why that's a thing. Because I would guess that the same people that are in ICE are actually Antifa. When you talk about leftist instigators, have you noticed how Antifa has been very quiet through all this? Like, somehow we've been experiencing, like, large-scale tyranny, but Antifa still hasn't done anything. You know why that is? And I'm going to give you the real answer, even though it's a little boring. So, these are very well-organized protests that are also in conjunction with the police department. Weird, right? I know. But stay with me. And you have these protest marshals that are there to make sure that instigators do not do anything that will ruin the protests or be put on the protests. So you've had multiple instances. We had one happen here in Chicago where they had the cops come in because they already had a bad feeling about this, like, it was like a group of 3 dudes that, like, they had their masks up, they had backpacks and all, they had the whole shebang. And they looked like they were, and they were, starting to move up on like the police line. So the protest marshals went in, got the cops, got them out of there. Protest finished peacefully. So what if you left your car door open? It's still not right for them to take it, but that's on you a little bit. Like, that's on you to, make sure that your car door's closed. But I don't know. If we lived in a perfect world, I'd be like, hey, how come there isn't, like, some nice neighbor saying, hey, your door's open? Like, I would do that. Like, if I saw you, like, I could tell you what I would do. If I saw you leave your car door open and you were already inside, I would close that car door for you. Hope your fun fails. Your stream sucks. I don't know why mean comments make me laugh, but they do. They're funny. All right. What's your point, Rowdy? The partial blame is on the victim if it's okay? Wait. What do you mean? This place gets toxic. Well, yeah, Maddie G, if you're politically on my aisle there, yeah, it does a little bit. I engage a little bit here, but I like it. I'm trying to see where you're going with it, and it's not even like to shut it down. Like I just said, I don't know. I think that it is kind of just like a, oops, you left your car door. So in this scenario, somebody is 100% going to steal from you if you leave that car door open, right? Like, Because unlocked is a different story, too. Because no, that's not on the victim at all. Actually, no. You know what? No. No, it's not on the victim. No, if somebody steals, they're just wrong. Wait, I'm going to just go back to, like, basics. This is like Sunday school for me, where it's just like, okay, kids, we're going to practice wrong and right. Is it wrong to steal? Yes. Okay. So if this guy stole, was that wrong? Yes. Okay. I could tell if you were making fun of telling them to stay home and they won't get shot was a bit. Yeah, no. That's why I was making the fucking Charlie Kirk comparison. I don't actually... No, Charlie should have just lived in fear for, like, apparently that's how it should be. Like, every one of us. Anybody that is front-facing and public-facing, we should all just, you know, be more responsible and, like, just think, oh, well, I mean, I'll be honest. It was a thought. It's always a thought in the back of the head now. I mean, shit, I had my first death threat a couple weeks into streaming, and that one was legit. Like, you know, when the cops tell you, hey, this was a credible threat, it's like, oh, oh, that's crazy. Anyway, let them steal better than I broke a window and then they stole it, or they still stole. Renee illegally. That doesn't. No, she wasn't illegally impeding an officer. Shut up. Like, any of the traffic infractions, you're wrong. You're just blatantly wrong. Because that is for the Minnesota PD to enforce. The ICE does not have traffic enforcement, like, capabilities. I hope you know that. Like, they're the federal fucking government. That's why you don't see them out there doing traffic cop shit. Actually, we agree. It should be the opposite way, though. What do you mean? She was breaking the law. What the fuck are you talking about? No, she wasn't. Not by having her car like that. That's not breaking the law the way that they were saying that she's breaking the law. No, dude, you guys keep mixing this up. She was either like this horrible killer, or you're just like, she was a lawbreaker. Okay. Now, here's the ultimate one. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I can't do it. Damn it. I was trying to get the back crack sound. But back crack. Use your imagination. And Jan 6. Yeah. There's a reason that people keep using that. It's like, come on, man. You should be able to be front facing without fear. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think it's absolutely insane. No, I'm one of those leftists that said, this is insane. You can go back. I was live that day minutes after it happened because I saw it on Twitter and I was upstairs just like doing chores and I was like, I got to get the fuck downstairs. Like, I knew I had to go live. And yeah, that was a big deal. Like, and yeah, I had a very consistent take on it. I was just like, no, this is fucked up. Like, this is fucked up. I banned a few people in my chat for saying some really fucked up shit. Who fucking cares? I don't know. Get out of here. You're the one who's here. You're the one who felt like it was important enough to put it in all caps to make sure that you knew, that I knew, that you knew, that I knew, that I knew you knew that I'm a loser. I'm a loser, baby. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Everybody. Well, bye. that was one of the easiest bans ever. W racism. Again, guys, I should have left that one for the MAGA people to kind of own again. Like, just remember, you have to own the very worst of these people. So, and they're on your side. I don't know what to tell you. You always do all caps? Well, then you're going to get banned because I don't allow all caps unless you're a very certain person who, I guess they need to use all caps, like for reasons. So, you're not part of my community until you have the trust factor. Then no, you don't. That's not true. What's not true? Please elaborate. When you say something's not true, just remember there is a small delay on stream. So, and I mean, it's much smaller on vertical chat, but yeah, horizontal chat, dude, there's a 6-second. So Jan 6, what's your feels, MAGA? Yeah. The cop braces himself for impact as he is trained to do. Dude, he didn't even let go of his phone. Shut up. That wasn't a body cam. He was holding his phone. Okay. I've dropped my phone in reaction to less, so I don't want to hear it. What's on the hat? Red hot chili pepper? Yeah. Well, no, this is a, actually, this was for the Calientes, which I guess was a MLB, or a, God, what the fuck are they called? Like a minor league team. That's not true is most things you say, so pick one. I was quoting somebody in chat, but... Oh, Rowdy Gowdy, my bad. These low-tier haters are not on my team. Oh, see? Well, Rowdy, though, this is... I'm not even, like, dude, Rowdy, you know we're cool. You understand what I'm doing here, though. Because, like, the way that people try to make me own, you know, the worst on the left... Touche, bitch. The Caliente is great name. Yeah, no shit, right? Right? Yeah, I mean, and when I saw this hat, I was just like, well, yeah, that's what the, check it out, wait, Fred Durst. Just go fucking full 90s style. Oh my god, dude, I haven't worn a backwards hat in years. I look like fucking Jay from Snoochie Boochies. Nah. You cock your hat. Yeah, I've cocked my hat since I was in fucking, I don't know, middle school. Shut up. Why do you care? Why do people care? What the fuck? But yes, I always cock it. To the left. That's also how I hang naturally. Yeah. Gross. Y'all see the viral video of one man knocking out like 5 anti-ice? Wild. No, I haven't. Jay and Silent Bob rolled into one. So is that Silent J? Or is it Loud Bob? Whoa. You asked the important questions here. 18... What? Degrees? Wait, oh, are you making fun of me because we don't do the metric shit? Well, you know what? Joke's on you. I can do, grams to ounces. I don't know why, man. It's crazy. I was very stupid in math, but man, when it came into, applying the metric system, they were always so impressed. I wonder if that dude, Ice Guy, looks at his video he made on his phone and gets off on it. What do you mean? Which one? Yeah. That's Bloodstone. I like how you catch that. You're just like, ooh, he got the scaredy bear. Nah, I don't have I usually have something, like a stress ball or something, but yeah. Well, I got the bear here right now. I guess I'll just, kind of do this. Just need something to do with my hands right now. Where are we at? Okay, I got an hour and 20 minutes. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to be on this space too. If you guys want to come and hate on... No, actually, no. You all aren't invited. You can't come to this space. You don't even know what this space is. You're as smart as a pound of wet leather. Damn, dude. Burn. Sick burn, man. Damn. Wet leather. Wet leather, yellow leather. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, at least I got the first part. Renee will never get... Yeah, okay. Bye. Blatant fake news there, buddy. But, okay. Again, the victim smearing is insane. The way that you guys have to go out of your way to try and make the general public turn on Renee Good it's crazy, man. Gotta say, arrests are too serious. Yeah, the arrests are too serious. What do we got? Oh yeah, here, this is crazy. So you want to see how like well trained these dudes are? Check this out. And when I say well trained, I mean like I think that I had better training playing video games.
Just as House Democrats are raising concerns that ICE might be hiring pardoned January 6th rioters, our next guest went through the agency's recruitment process as an undercover journalist. And her experience suggests something that might be even scarier. ICE's recruitment push is so sloppy that the administration effectively has no idea who's joining the agency's ranks.
That tracks.
Joining me now is that journalist
Totally
and author of the
tracks.
Substack Firewalled Media, Laura Jadid. Laura, your plan was never to become an ICE agent, but just to apply for the job. What stood out to you when you went to the ICE Career Expo in Texas?
Well, the expo was all I was intending to write about, and a few things just from that. It was very empty. There weren't a lot of people there. They seemed to expect a lot more people than showed up. The venue was far too big for the number of people there were.
That's hilarious.
And the interview itself took about 6 minutes. I've been accused online a bit of lying by omission, and for that to have happened, they would have had to ask me more questions. They asked me questions like my name, my date of birth, how old I am. They took my resume, which was 100% accurate, and they said that I would hear back. I didn't expect to hear back because I have a very unique name, and the minute you type that name into any computer, it becomes immediately obvious that I'm not an ideal recruit. I'm a journalist. I am very clear online about how I feel about ICE, about how I feel about...
I don't know, guys. I feel like if I was MAGA, I would actually be like, well, this is alarming.
the Trump administration.
It's like, wait a
So I
minute.
didn't expect to hear back from them ever again.
It's like, don't you want them to be a little bit better than, your average person at this? I don't know.
But you did hear back from them, right? And I wonder
sure did.
If you guys, I hope that like Phil here, he's going to go join ICE, I'm assuming, right?
I wonder if there's anything beside that you witnessed that's, in addition to
You ate a cannoli. You ate
doing
the
a 6-minute
cannoli? Damn it, I knew it.
interview. I would think, again, they would look at criminal background. They would look at employment history. They would look at...
If you showed people the ICE video with Renee Nicole Good just a few years ago, they would not believe it was in America. Yeah.
Have any history of drug use?
Lives matter.
I can think of a lot of things that almost any place you would
Also, I ate the cannoli. Welcome to stream. I appreciate you being here.
go to in the federal
Hit that subscribe button if you guys are having a good time. Even if you're ideologically opposed, hit that subscribe button so you can come on back and we can have these discussions.
government or in most private sector jobs would want to know. What did you see they were doing?
Yeah, this is one of those the dog that didn't bark things. It's what they weren't doing, and those are the questions they weren't asking.
Guys, you understand that they almost hired a leftist? Doesn't that piss you off?
They
Guys!
seemed uninterested in that sort of thing. It really was
Seriously.
We're going to get you in process. We're going to...
Now the question is, does she go and do it?
Data, your basic information, we're going to run it through, and then we'll process it as fast as we can. And they said they were prioritizing law enforcement first, so I might not hear back right away. But people were getting same-day offers. So, it seems like this is a systemic thing. It seems like they're very incurious about the people who are applying. And the people who are applying seemed like a rather incurious bunch as well. I talked to an ICE agent. That was not part of the interview. That was optional for me later if I wanted to just get a feel for the job. And there was no line for that. No, there were a lot of people there. Anyway, there weren't a lot of lines for anything, but nobody seemed
She got the fucking job. Oh my God, they fucking hired her. Dude, I was joking before. Oh my God.
That.
All right, I'm sorry, guys. This got so good.
Q&A, everybody was very curious about the training, but people didn't have a lot of questions.
Well, where's the actual proof? Oh, someone's worried.
About the job. It's just odd.
So ultimately, when you heard back from them, what was it?
So I missed the initial email because I wasn't expecting it. Again, I expected them to Google me, and they didn't. A few days later, they
I
sent
mean,
a
a
tentative
cursory
job
Google
offer.
search.
And with that tentative job offer, they sent a bunch of paperwork that I would need to fill out for consideration. I would need to
It
accept
makes you really wonder, are they doing background
the tentative
checks?
job offer.
Are they?
I needed to fill out paperwork saying I'd never been convicted of domestic violence. I needed to fill out paperwork for background check information. I needed to sign an affidavit that I could pass a PT test, all of this stuff. None of which I did because I didn't see it. And yet, apparently the application advanced anyway, because a couple weeks later, I got an email from LabCorp saying, hey, come and take a drug test for ICE. And I was pretty sure that wasn't going to work out well. Cannabis is legal in New York State, and I had partaken of it 6 days before their test date. But, you know, why not? I went ahead and took the test anyway.
She went to the drug... Guys, she got hired and went to the drug test.
Right. And then 9 days after I took that
What the fuck?
test, because they're supposed to call you when you fail. So I was curious, like, did I somehow pass
We kind of knew this was what was going on, but damn, I didn't know.
this test? So I logged into the ICE hiring portal. And
Like I
was
said,
shocked to find
if y'all are for ICE, they hired a leftist. They literally hired the
that
leftist.
the ICE hiring portal listed me as having a final offer, as having accepted that final offer, and as having a start date of September 30th, which was 3 days before I checked the portal.
Okay, so that's different than what DHS said.
Yeah, Omega Man, you actually are probably gonna get in.
when-
I don't even like, because you don't strike me as like a real winner, but oh boy,
They posted
yeah, it seems like they're taking literally anybody.
just now a response to your story on X.
You have a pulse?
And they wrote this,
Yes,
quote,
you're hired.
applicants may receive a tentative selection letter following their initial application and interview that is not a job offer. It just means they are invited to submit information for review. But what you're saying is, even though you ignored it, they were ready to hire you with a start date, whole thing?
Yep. No, this
Dude, they had orientation. Dude, they even had her size of outfit.
is, and I went ahead and quote tweeted and replied with a video of a screen capture of what I saw when I logged into that ICE portal.
Oh, that's crazy.
What I saw was a final
Could
job
you
offer,
imagine being like,
a
I got
start date,
hired?
and a little thing that said "Welcome to ICE." They can.
Oh my God, for real. You open your email and not expecting to see it. And it's just welcome to ICE. Your orientation starts on Monday.
Try to hide this all they want, but this was not a tentative selection letter. This was a final offer
doing
and a
the
start
Lord's work
date
here.
for a role as a deportation officer, and it's very funny.
You read the article?
that
It's a
they
hoot.
hired
Oh
a
man,
journalist
can you
who
send that to me, J.
openly
Paul?
Despises their program. That's funny, but what's disturbing is we don't know how many other people this happened to. It seems unlikely that it was just me. We don't know who's wearing these masks with guns in our city. We don't know if they have domestic violence
LT, leave that stuff. I told you no banning.
convictions. We don't know if the people who are manning deportation
Oh, you didn't ban. Never
centers,
mind.
detention centers, have been convicted of sex crimes or crimes against children. These are people that will neither be believed nor missed.
Okay, cool.
I mean, the more you think about
All
it, the
right.
worse it gets.
Remember.
So we're almost out of time, but today does mark 1 week since the death of Renee Good. And just yesterday, we had reporting about ICE ramming into a U.S. citizen's vehicle in an alleged racial profiling incident. All these agents, as DHS posted on X, have federal immunity in the conduct of their duties. That's their claim. They have federal immunity. After this experience, how concerning do you find that?
I mean, it would be concerning even if they were vetting ICE officers. The idea of absolute immunity is un-American and definitely against the law and terrifying. The idea that you can do whatever you want if you get this position. But it is
Picture it,
even
ICE
worse
looks
when you
slippery.
think about the fact that most of these people may not have been vetted at all. It is very possible, something that should at least be investigated, I feel. This is an emergency. We have people on the streets wearing masks with guns, terrorizing, brutalizing, and now murdering people. This is an emergency, and frankly, it's past time the state governors called up the National Guard or had the law enforcement officers defend their constituents against what I'm going to go ahead and call people terrorizing our cities.
Laura Jadid with some unbelievable investigative reporting. People can read more about it in Slate. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on the show.
Okay. Okay. And let me get my screen back up. Let's go. There we go. All right. What do we got? Investigative reporting, but not showing any proof or footage. Again, so you can't you can't take video footage and some of that stuff. Like, it's, pretty clear cut there. And I would guess that ICE doesn't want their you know what? Maybe not. Maybe they don't care. I mean, from that, it really does seem like they're flying by the seam of their pants. But yeah, I'm looking for the article here. Oh, wait, here we go. Substack. Why is this? Here we go. It's The Guardian. That's why. Where the fuck is this? Yeah, no all caps. LT? No. Stop. It's not about what you're gonna allow, man. This is not your fucking stream. Dude, seriously, this is like your last shot here, man. You gotta stop. Fucking A. Ageism and sexism? Like, dude. No, man, you're looking for new reasons, and I gave you your stipulations here, man. So it's in the Substack app. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sounds like you need a better mod. Oh, my mods are fine, but yes, we are having minor problems. Commenters are referring to, he said that ICE wouldn't hire a girl because she's a woman or older. Lovers quarrel. Oh, yes. And this is why I didn't want to deal with that. All right, so we got an hour and 10 minutes until I go to my next stream over on this space, which will be fun. But The Guardian is great. Yeah, no, they've got great reporting. Peace offering, thank you. I appreciate that. Peace offering really needed.
At Bandit Mixie $2. Peace offering.
Yeah, that reporter looked like she was 40 or 50, not very fit. Again, dude, you seem to have more, like, this is my point, and this is also why I was like, no, I want to engage with this. You seem to have higher standards than what ICE does. That's fucking crazy. Like, how in the fuck does ICE have such low standards? Like, I know this bothers you, because, I could already tell, like, you're just kind of like, comment. Like, dude, we get it. I think that you just figured out, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Damn, they really aren't hiring the best. Oh, crap. Maybe they are hiring leftists by accident, too. Like, uh-oh. Huh. All police and military has low standards? Not necessarily. No, that's bullshit, dude. No. Boot camp is hard. This is why we have to do the thing where it's just like, no, we have to, you gotta respect your troops. Well, that's part of it. Are you gonna disrespect your troops? So wait a minute. So the same crowd that's always like, respect the troops, support your troops. You're gonna sit there and say that it's that easy? Okay. if policing was that easy, then why did all these guys fail the police academy? Like, you do understand that, like, Tim Dillon said this best, where he was, actually, I'll even do the impression. So these guys, they couldn't even cut it as mall security guards. And now they're out there arresting people, abusing power with very limited training. That's going to lead to bad things. And yeah, that's another thing that I can tell is because you guys are losing Joe Rogan on that one. You're losing Tim Dillon because, like, now that's shaping their overall opinion of, like, the state of America. You do understand that, like, when they see this shit on TV, they're just like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, this is a lot of unrest. This is crazy. I think they only get like 8 weeks of training. Yeah, it's it's insane. After what we just watched, they have like no standards for their training. Like, and they're hiring apparently. Like, that was crazy. Just a dude, you are spamming. You're fucking done. I'm gonna ban you. Like, all right. Like, if you don't spam, you're not getting banned, but apparently, like, some people are just looking for that. LOL, Tim Dillon is right on. Yeah, no spamming in chat. You know what, guys? I just realized what I'm doing here. I'm gonna get the chat bot. We're gonna get a chat bot. I've been avoiding doing that, but I need to fucking do it. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm glad to have this much engagement, but, yeah, man. It's lame when you got somebody that's spamming the same fucking comment over and over and over and over, and it has no substance. Like, damn. Mr. Slade, what's this about? Oh, we're talking some politics, having a good old conversation, you know? If you're respectful and, you know, cool cat, like to have you here. Again, I'm pretty open to discussing things with people that do not, I mean, you already have the view bots, so you might as well. Yeah, no, thanks, man. I appreciate that. The auto system blocks too much. Well, dude, I mean, yeah, all right. Well, you might be right about that. I'll look into it. I've been avoiding it, but yeah, like that. It's the same. God bless Trump. God bless Trump. Okay, we get it. You like Trump. You like God. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. You let us know. MAGA have no other substance other than spamming vitriol and insults. November's coming. Well, yeah, maybe, if we're not under martial law. That's genuinely my... God, I gotta stop saying that. That's the word of the day. But that is my genuine concern, is that they're using this to get us used to the idea of having, you know, military on the streets. Like, they want us to get used to this force and this use of force, which is insane. That's why I was saying, guys, like, if we can disagree on a lot of this stuff, but for the don't tread on me crowd to suddenly, and I can make this joke all I want, but I mean it. For the don't tread on me crowd, the guys that were like, this was their entire identity, was not having the fucking government tread on them. They are so comfortable with just giving up authority to one person and then having him just execute said authority with no restrictions. That is Russia, dude. Yeah, the Russification of the USA. That is that. And that is not okay. We should be fighting for the same fucking constitution. We should have the, we should really try to protect all this stuff. And honestly, that means free speech. That means your Second Amendment. That means coming to terms with certain things and going, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Like, just overall, protecting the Constitution is a good thing. Like, the Constitution, for all America's flaws, the Constitution is one of the best ones in the world. It is. And this isn't just me being, rah, rah, America, yoo-hoo, USA. For real. It's just a great Constitution. It is something that we could definitely, we can build on, and we have built on. That's what those amendments are. But for real, man, we are pretty good, as far as if we can all agree that the Constitution is worth upholding. But the second that you become comfortable with me losing my rights because I have a different ideological fucking idea than you, or Jesus Christ, I'm high. An ideological position than you. Christ. Sorry, I did smoke right before I went on this rant. But for real, that's where you lose it. That's where you've lost it. You should never be okay with thinking, hey, that person does not deserve the same rights I have. And if you are, that means that you are a superiorist. I don't care what kind of, if you're white, I don't care if you're Mexican. If you think that you're better than anybody else in actually really any way, that is a problem, but that's crazy. Like, the Constitution was not written for you. It was written for us. It's kind of the same way that people always like claim they're Christians, but can never look to the fact that it's like, okay, so that means that God created all of this. God created that trans person you hate. So by your admission, God made a mistake, right? They could never wrestle with that one. Which, I'm sorry, man. Like, you can't have it both ways. Either Jesus loves all the little children, or God fucks up a lot, and you don't actually think that he's omnipotent. Because what kind of omnipotence fucks up like that? Consistently. I've met plenty of Christians that are fine with trans. Yes, I have too. I'm talking about the ones that use their Christian ideology to hate people. Trust me, I have run into this so often where people will just talk about, you know, being a good Christian, but they use it to hate gay people. Like, I grew up in the church, so please explain to me how much you know about Christianity. I'll meet you there. And I'll just say, they used a lot of the Bible to try and fucking justify their hatred for many, many different things. My idea went as planned. Watch the spammer and have one of the coma. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. No, we talked it out. We're cool. I appreciate you backing off. Thank you. How much do I know about Islam? Not enough. I should probably read up more on it. When I got out of my religion, I studied other religions, but the ones I was interested in, like, possibly practicing, and I'm sorry I wasn't interested in practicing Islam. It was also a little, too similar. Because, I mean, dude, there is no, like, way that you can just ignore the fact that the Christian Bible is very bad as far as, like, control and it's ignored because, like, a lot of Americans, they see it as, well, the new covenant, that just means that we don't have to follow, like, the old Jewish law. We don't have to actually, like, really practice this stuff. We can just, do a little Hail Mary at the end. Don't even need to do the Hail Marys. We just need to say, I accept Christ, Lord, my Savior. Like, that's how they think. So, shut your bitch ass up, loser. All right. Well. I'm going to save my mods the trouble on that one, because you already broke the rule that I asked you not to use all caps multiple times. So, fuck you. I don't care what you got to say. If you can't follow the rules, then you are a child. You get treated like a child, put in timeout. Not even timeout. You've been banned. So, bye. Bully punks like me in high school? Okay. So you were a bully. Cool. You're so cool, man. So cool. Guys, isn't he so cool? He bullied kids in school. Oh, my God. Someone peaked in high school then. Jesus Christ. Tell us you're a big-ass loser. Like, you're a loser in a small community. That's how much of a loser you are in that one. Where it's just like, I bullied you and punked you. What? That's all. Like, I'm ashamed that somebody, like, of near the same age, like, I mean, I'm assuming he's out of high school. Maybe. Who knows with these fucking assholes. Anyway. Guess what Muslims would hate? I mean, I really don't care. I have the same takes on this, like, for both religions, man. I'm not doing this thing. I get it. I get where some of y'all are going with this. I'm not doing that. I'm the fucking warden here. Make no mistake. You are all officers. I am warden. Know your power structure. Someone peaked in high school. That was funny. Much more scholarly and direct based on studies of language and historical timeline. Well, see, and that's why, like, I'm just saying, guys, I don't know much about it. I really don't. I unfortunately was post 9/11, like high school guy. Like they were trying to recruit me right out of high school. Thank God I didn't fall for that shit. And I'll just say, man, like, yeah, unfortunately, they used to be pretty derogative about, like, you know, Islam and Muslims and just in general what they believe. So I did have like the bastardized version of what they believe, and the fact that they're just like, oh, you took it out of context. I get it. That's how that works. And then because like once they started saying that about the Bible, where it's like, well, that's out of context. It's like, well, hold on now, hold on now. So you get to forget about, you know, the whole killing of the firstborns and all that stuff, and then you're just like, man. But yeah, like I was saying, I studied religions that I was more interested in, like Buddhism. I did study a little bit about that. I didn't start practicing it. I took elements of it. Like I still meditate to this day. Like meditation is very, very good for you. Just in general, mindfulness is good for you. Hell, you can argue that prayer was mindfulness though. Like that's the way that I think that's why I even started practicing it, is because I started like equating it to prayer. And like I said, when I left the Christian religion, I did it in a way that like I felt like God betrayed me, you know, like bring the Crusades back. Oh man, if you learn the version of the Crusades that I learned, it makes Indiana Jones look dead. Like that is a historic or a history class. Man, I cannot talk. Not a great thing for when you're, talking. What I'm saying is most Christians don't know much about it either. Ah, yes. They treat Jesus like a mascot. Yeah, no, it's exactly what it is. Oh, and it's, yeah. I guess that's well said. But my point is how a lot of people on the right claim to have, like, this churchy life. Like, trust me, they throw that around. Once you watch the Charlie Kirk stuff, you would be like, oh, yeah, they definitely throw that around. But yeah, that's all right. That's kind of where I just realized I want to pivot away from the religious stuff for a minute. Go back to this. Wait, the trans thing is some don't hate them. Wait, what the fuck is going on with my comments? Hold on, guys. My comments just blacked out on my screen here. The moral of the story is religion is a cult. There we go. Okay, I just had to reset it. Here, let me go back through my other chat. I gotta find the comment that I was... There it is. The trans thing is, some don't hate them. They are trying to help them. They see it as a sin. It's not for you to help. It's for... No. This is giving it up to Jesus. And honestly, I will bring this back to when I was a Christian. Yes, I have done DMT. It's not about saving people like that. Saving people is bringing them to Christ and telling them about Christ's love. If you try to sell somebody on Christ's love and simultaneously tell them that they are against what is in the Bible, you've already lost. And honestly, it's antithetical to what Jesus was about, and it's the most simple tenet of Christ, is to love everyone and to forgive and to give on to God what is God's, and that is God's. You have to get, you know how they say give it up to God, like, and they do this whole thing where it's like give it up to God, like, and it's not like, you know, ooh, give it up to God, woo, woo, yeah, God. No, they're literally saying you have to give that up to God because it's for God to deal with. It's not your problem. No, what you have is like that's what it's an obsession. It's literally an obsession with you, because if you are that focused on other people's lives, that you're not giving it up to God, especially if you're like, again, if you're a Christian, then you have to totally take what I'm saying and be like, yeah, well, fuck. If you're just MAGA and you don't practice religion, yeah, okay. Have fun with that one. Do I like Trump? No, Kevin, I do not like Trump. Not a fan, but why are you? If you are, why are you? I am right, guy, but I'm not religious. But what happened to Charlie wasn't justified in any way. Charlie had service that day. That girl got riots. Riots? No riots happened. Again, you guys have taken protests and just been like, wow, that's a riot. You're fucking dumb if that's the case. Just certifiably. I can't say there's no other insult. You're just objectively dumb. And no, you know what? The glorification of Charlie's death, no, that wasn't okay. And most people on the left said as much. Yes, there were people out there that were definitely memeing, and I'll just say for me personally, I wasn't about that. I'm not exactly. I don't celebrate when somebody dies, because you can't exactly take that back. So it's kind of like, oh man, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. But yeah, that's the thing. Can you, and also with the religion, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to want forgiveness for them. You're supposed to actually want forgiveness for their soul, or just in general. You want them to go into the Lord's arms. I don't understand how you can live simultaneously in so much hate, and then, like I said, equate that to God and equate that to Jesus. Like that, you want to talk about the stuff that Jesus was saying about using his name in vain? That's it. When you use the Lord's name to hate somebody or say that I'll pray for you because you know what, you're lost. Again, how is trans lost? Because by your metrics here, if trans people are lost, that means that all IVF should be illegal under your belief system. Because again, there's nothing that talks about trans people in the Bible. Nothing. Not a single thing. If anything, there was more to support it because they talked about Egypt, which in Egypt, non-binary was not even, they didn't even call it non-binary. It's just what they did. Like, they all kind of dressed very similarly. And a lot of them, took up, feminine personas and shit like that. That's just history. I know, uncomfortable, right? But that's just how it is. And like I said, guys, when at the end of the day, if it doesn't all just come down to God and you just believing, you know what, he's got this. He's got this. He'll make, because under your belief system, your God is so great that that person will see the error of their ways and they will be brought into the kingdom of heaven. Otherwise, they will just not. And you got to just deal with that. Otherwise, that's your problem, man. Live and let live is how that goes. Dude does drugs talking to me about God and Jesus. Yeah, I can do that. I know more than you. The Bible literally talks about trans people, they, them. True. Well, again, God's non-binary, technically. This idea that it's a he. I mean, okay, how big is God's penis? If we want to go there, and God's a he, this big man with the, the man in the sky with the beard. All right, so how big is his dick? Did he just jerk off and that's how he created us? I mean, if you want, listen, he's a man, right? That's how life is made, right? God's seed and all. Who did he seed? Are you telling me that there was another God, technically? Oh. Technically, a drug is anything that can be considered addictive. Dude, seriously. Whatever. God is a man with a big old piece. A big old pecker. It's the size of the cross. All right, that might be going too far even. Oh, man. God's obviously non-binary because he has no genitals, yet Christians say that he is anti-trans. No, I just remember this. This isn't, it's not even close to my joke because it's from, Dogma. When I saw the Metatron for Alan Rickman, Sir Alan Rickman, I'm the Metatron, you idiot. I don't have anything down there. I couldn't rape you if I wanted to. Like that. George Carlin would go batshit crazy if he was alive right now. Fuck yeah, he would. Jesus is always in shape on the cross because he did CrossFit. All right. We're going to hell, and we're going to do it in style because that was funny. Who's God's wife? Is she also a god? I mean, is it Gaia? So do you now have the new religious subscription that you think that, you know, Mother Earth is Gaia, therefore, you know, God, you know, fucked a giant rock and here we are? No, please enlighten me. Again, it's all divine miracle bullshit until you start really breaking it down where you're just like, hey, so does this make any sense to you? Well, you gotta have faith. Okay. Gotta have faith. I gotta have faith. Get the fuck up. That is a good song, by the way. Carlin was never conservative. Not really. I mean, no, he was very open with his political journey. You know, you never really had to wonder what his deal was. What an empty way to live. What? Which one? What? Without God? Well, no. I mean, for real. Listen. I don't feel empty. I actually felt like I was in a bad relationship where it was like more lonely to be there with God because, again, my relationship with God was toxic as fuck. Always reminding me that I can never be perfect. Always reminding me that it's like, you'll never be good enough. You'll never be good enough unless it's through me. But also, I'm going to remind you again how you're never going to be good enough. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. That's great. God created the heavens and the earth as what they say. Then it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, that made life. But if I remember correctly, there were multiple children that were put here put on Earth. No, it was just Adam and Eve. They didn't know. No, Adam and Eve had to fuck to make their kids, and then their kids fucked each other. That's how the Bible, no, you got to sit with that one. That's what they are trying to make you believe when you read the Bible. There's no, I understand what Bible study is. Trust me, they did it a lot because you have to try and bring context to the Bible, which again, this holy book that had, you need to be told how to read it. I'm sorry. Not exactly a great book if you need a fucking thesaurus, but okay. Who says you have to be perfect? Oh, I mean, again, that's the whole, thing with sinning and all that. You commit a sin every, 5 minutes. Trust me. If you're going based off of God's actual law, yeah. You be committing sin just by being in this chat right now, by the way. Fucking heathen. God also created Osiris. Wrap your head around that. Yeah, right? And Ra. Damn. You're perfect in God's image. Only you feel like you're not good enough. He is also giving you the choice to follow him or live the rest of days in hell. Again, J.D. Mosley. Then that means that trans people and gay people are off limits because that means that God doesn't make mistakes and they will find their own way, correct? Am I correct? Does that mean that maybe, just maybe, you can be a little bit less vigilant with them? New segment. Pep reads the Bible. Well, of course we all sin. That's why nobody is perfect. Yes, but you do understand that under Catholic doctrine, if you believe in the NIV Bible, you've already fucked up. According to, God's law. Because God's law does require you to, that whole confessional thing, what the King of England was just like, we don't need to do that anymore. No, you do. It's in the Bible. And it's in the King James Bible. It is also, that one? Yeah. Technically, it's in the NIV, but it falls under, the old doctrine, so we don't need to go there. But they are wrong in their ways, and it's our job to love them, but hate the sin? No. You hating the sin does not mean you have to remind them that they are sinning. No. You hating the sin means that you silently pray to your fucking self and keep it to yourself. And know that God has got it. It's not you. You're not the tool in this. You may want to be, like I said. The only tool you are is the tool that focuses on other people's genitalia and their sexuality to the point where you feel like you need to save that person by shaming them. Because that's what it is. You do understand that your version of God's love is shame. So, keep that one up, man. And wonder why nobody's going to church anymore. Fucking A. That's something that nobody really wants to talk about either. Like, is the fact that, yeah, dude, the biggest group of people in America in religion and outside of religion are none. They are the ones starting, or the fastest growing, I should say. The biggest is still evangelical Christendom, but the fastest growing is none. Pastor Pep teaches the Bible. Guilt, fear. No, it is. It's exactly what this is based on, and this is what they need. That's why they don't understand that what Trump is doing is playing into the same mindset there. They need... You do understand that this is all programming, right? And when they program you in, like, to just normalize something, you have already lost. Lost souls. Well, thank you. We should shame all these liberals. You continue with that all caps, you will be shamed to ban hell. Because honestly, man, it's annoying. We get it. We see you. You notice how everybody here knows how to act and you don't? That's kind of embarrassing. You know how your mom would just be like, we are not doing that. Well, yeah. Well, we can tell that your mom never did that because your mom don't love you. So, fuck off. Can't even do what he's told. Jesus will return, and that's the only one thing that matters to me. Will he? Because the thing is, if he does return, I have a feeling that ICE might get to him before you even know. You do understand that whole, like, he's going to be on a horse and all that? That's not technically how that's going to go, right? The cult of blue sky screamers. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had a blue sky. Our job as Christians is to preach the gospel and to plant the seed. Jesus never shamed, but he put people on a guilt trip. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Implying that he put people on well, yeah, you know who he put on a guilt trip? The people that were shaming the other ones for just living. Because again, these were the people that were claiming that they knew God's word. They knew. The Temple of Jerusalem is a fine book to read on that one. Just remember how he treated that. But yes, your job as a Christian is to... No, your job as a Christian is to celebrate Jesus for what he did for you and accept that he has got it. Otherwise, you're a cunty human being who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. And you are actually a fucking heathen. You're one of the worst of the worst. You're one of the ones that Jesus was talking about when you go to heaven, you will not be recognized. So keep just remember that. I know. Oh my God, you're going to get reminded by a fucking lefty.
See $5.
Thanks for the $5.
His mom explains to other the child is on the spectrum.
King James lop-headed when scribes translated stuff he didn't like, talk about censorship. Yikes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people have argued that the King James Bible was worse than what happened at the Council of Nicaea. Which the Council of Nicaea is why you even had the King James Bible, which, yeah, you should definitely, I would say go to the Latin Bible, but, you know, that requires something. Lord will speak, Armageddon will end. Yeah. Oh, you believe in Revelation? That's crazy. No question, Christians. I'm not a Christian. I'm an ex-Christian that happens to know more about the Bible than some people. This is what happens when you lose your faith. And I walked away from the church because I woke up. Because I felt that, you know what? This God, this vengeful, hateful asshole that really has no control over the thing that he made. And, you know, again, so divine. The Bible is you spelled fiction. Late running errands, cheers. Hell yeah. I saw the light. I did. I really did. Like, again, I read the Bible by myself without fucking any Bible study, without a doctrine teacher or a fucking pastor telling me what I need to take from that passage. I sat there, read it by my fucking self, and thought, that doesn't make much sense. That doesn't make much sense. That doesn't make much sense. Well, that's a good story. That doesn't make much sense. And you know what happened? That's when I lost my faith, because I was just like, wait a minute. Like, there's so much contradictory shit in the Bible. Like, this is the reason that Bible study is so popular, is because they know that if you read it by yourself, like, once you got to 2 Timothy, you would just be like, well, that's all right. Then you get the Songs of Solomon, and oh boy. Oh boy. You know, there's some fucked up shit in there. Straight up pedophilia is in that one. Can any theist in here give an example of just one position at person couldn't take on faith? Yeah, good question. One position that a person couldn't take on faith. I'm gonna edit that comment. Wait, never, you were led astray and now you blaspheme? You never went, asked any question? Yes, I did ask questions. And I was met with, you have to have faith. The goober not. It's about a man saying things to his wife. Oh, there's some mentions in there. You forgot, huh? My favorite way to get familiar with the Bible is to read David Suchet, the British actor, posts for free on YouTube. I don't know, guys. I'll just say this much. I was not led astray. I feel like I was more led astray by the fact that they were trying to control everything that I was, learning from the Bible. And then, once I started going a little like, hey, so, this whole love thy neighbor thing, that whole thing in the book of Romans kind of falls apart when you read the book of Mark. And then you get to 2 Corinthians and you're like, well, this is about Jesus's love. Oh, crap. Crap. There goes Jesus with that fucking gay liberal shit. Why? Why does he always have to do that? Fuck, love thy neighbor. Gay. Fucking A. That's why it was only written in Latin, to keep the poor down. Yes. That's not even a joke. That is why they did that. That's why, they wanted to keep the people illiterate for a reason. It's almost like, I don't know, it's kind of like what's happening with America a little bit. Ooh, it's almost like you could see the systematic structure and just be like, that's the systematic structure of control. Okay, I get it now. Shit. Most aren't devout theologians. Well, again, that's the reason I even started reading the Bible. I wasn't being a dick about it. I actually wanted to, specialize in that. I wanted to go to college to be a pastor. That was my original career choice. I wanted to get a doctorate in theology, but my brother ended up doing that. So are you religious? No, not at all. No, I just happen to know a lot about religion, and I used to be religious. I was I was tried and true. I loved Jesus. I led youth group, man. And I say led youth group, not as a youth pastor, but, whenever they would give us the leadership roles where it's just that was me. I was the special student. Clip it. I hear that story a lot. People train to be a pastor to preach, and that's what brings them away from faith. Yeah, because you realize that there was a system created to keep you from asking certain questions, even of the Bible. when they're trying to, like, when I realized that they were trying to hide books of the Bible from me, like, just to be like, nah, I mean, you could read it on your own time, but we're not gonna focus on that too much, you know? It's like, why? Why not? And then you find out, you're just like, oh, because this contradicts a lot of shit that's in the Old Testament there, huh? Interesting. You probably missed it. I answer his prayer. Queef the door. Fuck. All right. Even if it's a troll, sometimes I'll read a name and just be like, can't even. Again, man, they love to just kind of gloss over the Book of Ruth is a big one because they don't really want to, harp too much on that one. There's a whole reason about that one. Main one is that I have encountered at my church. Now, mind you, I will stipulate this. This could be different for each church, because yes, some churches do like to focus on certain books more than others. So, yeah, the Book of Matthew was a huge one at my church that they were just like, we live by that. And then you bring up that, hey, where's this virgin birth in the, the Gospel of Mark? Like, well, that's not really important. It's like, it seems like it is. But yes, they don't like to go and talk about Jesus' love a lot. They'll only do it when it applies to you personally, but broadly to everybody else in the actual mission? Nope. Old Testament, yeah. Well, yeah, the Old Testament is pretty much like... they don't really want you looking too deep into it, unless, again, the control books. They love the control books. That's why they love the Psalms. Virgin birth, other than Jesus? I mean, they don't mention it once. You'd think. I drove this nun crazy with a question as a 13-year-old. Turns out quoting Revelations gives them the spooks. Yeah. Well, okay, you said a nun. Because, yeah, Catholics tend to look at the Book of Revelation as like it's always been yeah, do we really own this one? Dixon Myers. Hey, what's up? Dixon Myers? Hey, is there a Dixon Myers here? Is anybody gonna answer for Dixon Myers? Good one. Did you see the hockey brawl? No, I didn't. What? Wait, kids? Like, wait, there was an 8 and under kids hockey brawl? Man, they're going old school with that shit. Mike Cunt? Is there a Mike Cunt in here? Mike Cunt! He's not here. Can I take a message? Fucking Mo. Oh, man. The U.S. is fed up with the paid protesters, not ICE. All right, Steve, that's for you. You got a hell of a story there to break. Because if you know that there's some paid protesting, and you know it for a facty fact, well, then go prove them facty facts to make sure that, all the news, Fox News, trust me, you don't think that the regime media is going to fucking love you for that? Come on, bro. Get out there. What are you doing? MAGA's peaked. Well, MAGA's splintered pretty fucking hard. I'm going to be honest, man. I've noticed it. Like, you got the Candace Owens ones, you got the Groypers with the Nick Fuentes ones, and then you got the weird one, like the older dudes that are just like, I still like Tucker Carlson. It's funny, though. I love it. Sign up for that shit. Show us your pay stub. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If he knows, like, the thing is, if he knows it's paid protests, why is he not infiltrating to get paid, number one, and expose with, again, receipts and do, like, the actual expose? Like, it sounds like this guy's a journalist that he just didn't know it. He needs to go and break this fucking story. Like, he was handed, like, the most important story of the century. Paid protesters out to break. Like, The ones that, are you telling me that Trump actually has all this support? Well, then don't you want that people to know? Well, fuck, man, get on it. This is it. You are so fucking irresponsible for not doing that. You got to go out there and get that story. Historically called scatter when the leader is gone. It'll be over soon. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Oh, by the way, guys, if you haven't already liked the stream, please do double tap that screen. Helps me out a lot. And also, if you guys are enjoying the content, consider subscribing. What's my take on Nick Shirley exposing Democrat fraud? He didn't expose shit. It was already exposed months ahead of time. You do understand that he was going based off a story that was already reported on. Then you had an old man that was like, there's more. I have the system. I have it because my eye saws it. My eye saws it. I was outside the daycare for reasons. Not weird at all. And, then Nick went there, and then they proved that, he was there at the off times, because they had a lot of surveillance video to prove otherwise. The Leering Center, I'll admit that was kind of funny. But yes, back to the fraud part, that was already broken, dude. $9 billion of fraud, yes. Do you know when that happened, though? Like, do you know when it was reported on? September. Do you know why? Because they arrested the ringleader. It's almost like you guys had nothing to do with that. Pep does have a point on the Shirley thing. Yeah, no, I know I do. Once you actually get into, like, you work with facts and you break through just the fact that he was another useful idiot. You were channeling your inner Jesse Ventura. Did you know that I was a Navy SEAL? Did you know that I was part of the Roosevelt Wrestling Club? Did you know that that's what led to me being the governor of Minnesota? Did I talk about J.D. Vance? Free thinker, what do you mean I might have already? Are you talking about the J.D. Vance Ryan Grimm thing? Or are you talking about J.D. Vance saying that there's absolute immunity? Or was it the Stephen Miller saying there's absolute immunity, even though every lawyer has come out and said that is not a thing? Like, I don't know. We're at a really weird impasse here. I'm just laughing at my... Oh, stop playing dumb. Vote. Oh, yeah, he said he wouldn't... he wouldn't certify the vote if it wasn't a Republican. Yeah, that's literally called tyranny. You do understand what that means, right? Like, that's crazy. Nah, you're triggered. It's okay. And understandable. Who, me? Oh, whoopsie. I was about to say, what? I'm not triggered. I'm good. I'm not triggered. Who's triggered? I'm not even a Republican, just saying. I'm just happy fraud is being exposed. Now the cops need to... Now, the arrests already happened. The $9 billion was found to be under a scheme of one specific woman. And those daycares have already been shut down. Now they're trying to do this blanket thing where they want to go and they want to make sure that none of the daycares get any funding. Because they need to, just make sure there's no fraud. There's no fraud. Jesus. I like how everybody's solution to some of these problems is literally just shut it down. Shut it down now. Where are we at? She wasn't even Somalian, but yet they tried to ban a race. I wonder how much Trumpy the clown is being paid for the Trump coin and to hand out pardons and convicted drug lords. I mean, he objectively has. He's released a bunch of fucking drug traffickers. He's released a bunch of Jan 6ers who went on to commit more crimes. Okay. You're an absolute liar. You are a traitor to your own country. You'd rather see China, Russia, and Iran and every dictator on the planet control this part of the communist movement. Those Like, this guy bashed his head on his keyboard, just like, oh my god, this liberal's making me crazy. All right, now I got a name. When you can say whatever you want about your government, nothing will happen to you. Wow, what a dictator. That's the thing. He's threatening to go after people's free speech. You do understand that, right? It starts with the media, then it goes with social media, because social media is now an extension of that. Then it's going to go to actually silencing protesters and dissenters. How do you miss that? Okay. Keep ignoring that one, man. It's kind of funny. There's a whole movement to make it about the Somalians, and Trump just today voted to withdraw their not citizenship. It wasn't their citizenship that got withdrawn. It was their protections. So they were a protected class because of the conditions that they came here under, refugees. Because it was they came here the legal way. They literally went through the legal avenues. But this is where these fucking dip fucks, they don't understand how it works, where it's just like, well, okay, so that they were doing it legally, but they're also simultaneously like, yeah, take their protected status. Make it harder so they can't come here legally. So it has nothing to do with that, you wanting them here legally, right? You know what? I'm banning you. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Wow. That was it. That guy's such a tool. He specifically said he will take away their naturalized citizenship that they already earned and send them home. Oh, yeah. So it is worse than I thought. My bad. Then I was wrong. I don't believe in protected status. Then you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. No, then you're just a racist idiot, dude. And that's what you deserve to be called. Then you're just a racist. We get it. You don't want anybody who's not white in your fucking country. Fucking numbnut. Go eat more mayo. We get it. The world's basically ran by America anyways. Oh, is it? That's one of the most American fucking sentiments I've ever heard. Media's propaganda. Fraud has been proven. No handle legal. What? No, I said I don't believe it was protective status. It was naturalized. It was naturalized citizenship. I don't think they were natural. Wait, doesn't naturalized citizenship? That's the one that, like, they were born here, right? Damn it. I hate America. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Weed rules? Hell yeah, Kid Drac. You mean like that thick-ass grass that has, like, really good roots for your lawn that you're supposed to leave for a little bit and then you're supposed to take them out? You mean like that? Yeah. We're not talking about the other stuff, are we? No, we don't do that here. Oh, what are you talking about? We don't do that stuff. Naturalization is when you've been here on a green card for 5 years with no issues. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then fuck him. Fuck him. And fuck everybody that supports that. I'll tell you what right now. That's insane. That's way worse than I thought. Okay, that's way worse than I thought. Step 1, give them amnesty. Step 2, hire them all to process their own citizenship paperwork. Step 3, question mark. Step 4, profit. Second generation Trump. Almost time for prime time with Pep. Oh, shit. That is true. Oh, crap. You just subscribed and liked. Thank you, Nurse Rod. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys enjoying the content. I really do. It's awesome. Amnesty was the better option. If you lie about your moral character on your N700, your naturalized citizenship, it can be revoked. Yeah, but I don't think they were lying. The way that he's doing it, yeah, every Somalian was lying. Come on, dude. Don't put the makeup on your face so fucking freely. Like, damn. Bandit, I'm naturalized here since 2003, more than my birth country, but whatever. Yeah, no, according to them, you should go. Because it has nothing to do with this, dude. It's all about fucking white American superiority. That's all they want. They want to be told that they matter more. And the thing is, they don't understand that we're losing standing in the fucking world by treating immigrants like this, by treating our fucking neighbors like this, by treating all these other fucking NATO nations like this. Dude, being an asshole, like, I understand that you guys made that your personality, but making it the personality of all America and then expecting everybody to play along and, like, be nice to us, it's not going to work. Especially when we're handing over power to China and Russia in the way of just not exerting our influence in a positive light. You do understand that, like, you attract more flies with sugar, you know, that whole thing. But whatever, man. I think that it's just ridiculous that we do not want to have any influence on the world stage anymore. And I think it's fucked up. And I think that it's going to be funny when everybody's complaining that nobody wants to fucking play ball with us anymore. And then, honestly, it's going to be fucking wild when China starts pulling some of the shit that we pulled on them once they're the big dicks. Because honestly, we're this close to not being the fucking petrodollar. Do you understand what will happen if we lose that fucking status? And Trump has done dick. He has done, I'm going to borrow a phrase from fucking Kyle Kalinske here. He's done Dickie McGeezax to fucking stave that off. He is pushing for them to do that. He keeps threatening all these fucking global superpowers that then get together and are just like, well, you know, he's kind of a dick. What do you think? You want to work together? It's like, yeah, sure. How about our influence on Venezuela? We don't have any anymore. Nathan, he gave it up the second day that he claimed we were going to run it. He gave it back to the fucking regime he just claimed to take out of power. Holy fuck, man. Like, Jesus. How do you not understand that? You seem like a crybaby. Oh, yes, I'm such a crybaby. Crybaby. Crybaby, cry. Yes. Look at the leftist cry. I am Russian bot. I make lefty cry in America. I make him say things that make him look like idiot. Nobody likes American idiot. Wait a minute. What do you mean? What is that song? Why is this song good? I don't like it. I don't like that Green Day. What is with the Green Day? It's making me... Oh, it's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Trump protects PDs? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. None of your business. I like that name. A Russian butt. Yes, that is name. Russian butt. Yeah. You know what we call Russian butts in Russia? A butt. I don't know what butt is. Butinsky. Yes, Russian Butinsky. You don't like McDonald's? I love McDonald's. What are you talking about? McDonald's rules. None of your business. Trump protects pedos. Yes, please don't spam comments. This goes for our side too here. Tuchinski. Gotta stop spamming the same comments. Thanks. Wait, Taco Bell? What do you mean Taco Bell's better? I mean, Taco Bell is better. Oh. Liv Moss. I almost played the wrong bell. I almost played this one. When you want to live Moss, but you must wake the dead first. All right, now we can live Moss. Let's go, Undertaker. Fun. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Lamson Malls. Shit, I just saw the fun thing. I hope your wife gets better. I'll consider chipping in after my next paycheck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. You guys can donate to my wife's fund. Also, thank you for the floating hearts. I appreciate that. Just hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel really helps me out. But the under taco. God damn it. Hey, I was in the middle of something. It really helps out the channel. And yes, my wife is on the mend. She is halfway through cancer treatment right now. She is currently in isolation because of the current state of our flu in our area. So I'm not even really able to see her right now. And she has colorectal cancer. And she is undergoing intense treatment for it right now. And I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Sneeze all over my computer. Oh. All right, yeah, don't hold in the sneeze. Oh, damn. I feel like I felt that in the back of my neck. Oh, dear God, I'm sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. TDS defined. Trump does suck. None of your business. Yeah. Can you maybe not use all caps, please? I'd prefer that. What's my political leaning? How would you describe it? DSA. A Democratic Socialist. Left-leaning. But also, I like to talk to people. Notice how I'm not sure if you can see my chat, but it's not like I'm exactly mass banning MAGA here, like some people moderately W. Hey, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. How do I give money to support your wife's treatment? It is in the description. You can give it through the Streamlabs link. It is, again, in the description of the stream. You can see it. Oh, shit. Ooh, I almost lost track of time. Okay, so I gotta start wrapping this up. Man. I'm on a roll here, too. Shit. Definitely having fun. Oh, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, it's like 1 cent. Like, when you donate $2, apparently that activates the whole, like, chime, so... Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? Here you go. Thank you, bud. And here you go. Wait. No, don't finish that. There you go. One more. Anytime you guys donate $2 to the stream, the dog gets a treat. So, MAGA expects you to kick them out because they constantly project and believe that everyone else's minds are just as poisoned as theirs. Yeah, I've definitely I figured that one out. That's for sure. It's kind of crazy. All right, let's see. Soundboard. Don't need that. What I do need is the this space link for you guys. Okay, so what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end stream and let's see. Can I figure out this raid thing? Hey, somebody, LT, walk me through how to do the raid. I have to like right click on something or like how's this work? I've never actually done this. Stream actually live now, so you guys can go. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it this way. We'll do it the old school way. Right as I'm hopping off, I'm gonna give it a minute. Like I'm gonna just give it a minute, and I'm going to just link this space. En masse. Live masse. Why are Democrats trying to overthrow federal government and laws? Anarchists? Wow. That's a lot to take in. God damn it. Why am I near the end of stream when somebody says something like that? Like, wow. That's special. MAGAs love dog bait.
at BanditMTXI $2. MAGAs love dogs based on their outrage on Hassan.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? For all the, what do you shock your dog jokes? You'll pay for my haircut. All right, you got $200,000? You got $200,000, and I'm not even kidding. $200,000. You will get me to cut my hair. Go to YouTube Studio. Find it in the rate option. I'm in YouTube Studio right now. It says share. Add stream marker. Wait. No, that's not it. Settings. Expand menu. Okay. It's called live redirect. Live redirect. Live redirect. Live redirect. I don't know. I don't know. Oh shit, man. I'm trying here. I'm trying. Here, give me a second. And I think I'm gonna fail. Yeah, because I cannot wait. Can I do the Taco Bell bell again? Yeah, give me 1 second. Here. All right, this is a special request from Grubernot. Hans Gruber went to space and ate some wait. Hans Gruber went to space to eat some Taco Bell. Live Mas. Mr. McLean. Mr. John McLean. Under taco. Bong. All right, here. I'm playing around a little too much here because I'm trying to fucking raid this channel. And it's not going to work. So, yeah, I can't find it. So, that just means... stream. Okay, yeah, I gotta start wrapping it up here. They haven't tried the Taco Burrito King. Taco Burrito King is one of the best places ever. It's far from me though. It sucks. But yes. All right, guys. I appreciate you hanging for stream tonight. I really do. But please consider joining us over on this space. I am going to be doing an hour over there. This is my first show, prime time over on this space. So please come, as I said, check it out. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be on a little bit later. So with that being said, take care of yourselves and each other. And I will see you then. Bye. All right, now bye.
Who the heck is Pep Talks?
I'm not gay, but I fantasize about Marco Rubio. Pep Talks. Pep Talks. Pep Talks. Let's eradicate the Kung Flu. I'm literally coming. Pep Talks. Pep Talks.
Who the heck is Pep Talk?
They want our women. They want our children.
Pep Talk.
Sometimes no means yes. Grab them by the
Pep talk.
Grab them by the Marco Rubio. Obama is a racist.
Pep Talk.
I'm literally coming. I'm literally coming.
Pep Talks.
We found weapons of mass
Pep talk.
destruction. My fellow Americans, it has been confirmed today from Pep Talks that we are indeed all high on politics.